Last of Us, episode 6, reaction, whatever.
Happy Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Last of Us, episode 6. What more is there to say?
Have off tomorrow.
There's more to say.
We have off tomorrow.
And the remote is still over there. These PS5 graphics are crazy.
Why can't MCU movies look like this, man?
Eternals. Confirmed.
Chloe's house right there. So clean. What a good transition, too.
Damn.
They got a gate. Okay.
Open the gates!
Where are we going? The movies.
We didn't even watch.
Well, nothing's come out since 03.
Yeah, I'm a friend of
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, bro. 03, they at least got Spider-Man 1.
I'm an actor too.
Yeah?
The next one.
Everybody fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I'd be safe from somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. Now come dawn, we're going our separate ways.
Pedro, come on.
Pedro! Yo, guys. I'm not saying my eyes are sweaty, I'm just saying.
Can I borrow that?
No, that have a job to do.
Because Maria took mine, you know. Already said yes, sure.
Right, you need to play
Yeah,
yourself.
I'm Maria took your strap, bro. Like, give it back.
Adios, big brother.
Open the gates! Close the gate!
Doesn't aim right. You'll see.
About
Deep
a
breath
scooter.
in, slow breath out. You squeeze the trigger like you love it. Gentle, steady, nice and slow.
You're gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant. It isn't gonna work. It doesn't aim right. You dick.
Adorable. Just don't
I really
shoot me.
hope Ellie doesn't start shooting behind her again. Cause like, bro, you can't hip fire like that, bro.
Oh wait, that's holding the horse.
That's the same thing.
The twig is like this, bro. Like,
Something happens, that
Yeah,
was just running, and it's over. It's a dub.
fucking freak out. No! Holding square, holding square.
Oh, fuck! Where's the other three?
Ooh. She shoot behind her.
It's crazy, bro. This episode, that's kind of crazy. That's fucking crazy, bro.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
It's
about to go down.
I
I've been feeling in my city.
Yo, it's been a Sunday.
It's been a Sunday.
We went live for our Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania review. I'm sure you guys checked that out. If you haven't, go and check it out on YouTube.
If you have, thank you very much
Yeah.
for joining and being a part of that.
Yeah, appreciate that. But yeah, and if you haven't, it's on YouTube. We also have the the audio recorded. Why are you just randomly playing Drake?
We're playing back to back, bro, because we back.
Oh, God.
Makes sense. And yeah, now we're back here. We were gonna do a live for The Last of Us, but you know, wanted to give people some time to check it out beforehand. But yeah, we'll still obviously, of course, be throwing up the reaction on YouTube, the review on YouTube, and of course on the audio listeners as well. But yeah, so talking about The Last of Us episode 6. Yo. Oh yeah, let me turn this off real quick.
Alright, we're good. We're all warmed up now.
Yo. I love that heater, but it just makes mad noise.
Jeez. It does what it needs to do. We appreciate all you do.
No,
we
for
appreciate
sure.
all you do.
But yeah, man, episode 6, and Ariel, you said in the reaction, and it upsets me so much that we only have 3 episodes left after this.
Yep.
7, 8, and 9.
Unfortunately.
Brian, why are you looking it up? Why are you looking it up? Brian's looking up, does Joel die in The Last of Us episode 6?
I said, did Joe actually die? Well, spoilers.
Spoilers ahead.
They already know the vibes.
He's back.
I'm going to go and stick with definitely did not die.
Yeah, for sure not. And
That
it,
shit is dead.
and I guess it sucks for the likes of Brian. I mean, for the likes of Mark and Ariel, who are cursed with knowledge and may or may not know things.
Hit up
So
Ariel.
that's why I'm not saying anything.
I'm cursed with a little bit of knowledge,
And that's
unfortunately.
What's the little bit of knowledge that you know?
Not so
He
much.
can't tell you.
It's spoilers.
But maybe I know the same knowledge.
No, you don't.
I hope so.
Oh, I don't? Okay, cool. So okay, Mark, you know what
hi,
my
Mark.
spoiler is, and you know what Brian's spoiler is, and they're two
Oh wait,
different spoilers.
actually,
Oh, shit.
no, you both know the same one.
You're positive on
But
that.
It's
I
pretty,
still don't want you guys to talk about it.
it's a pretty fucking big one.
Yeah. Yeah, mine
Yeah,
is
so
big
it's his.
too.
Mine is
big.
bigger.
Hey, guys,
My
guys,
spoiler is the
size,
biggest of spoilers.
Guys, size doesn't matter.
It's from The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, so is mine.
Yeah,
In the
you guys know the
beginning.
same one.
In the beginning,
Stop.
I don't know if it's in the beginning. I don't know when it takes place.
Just stop.
All right, we're gonna stop.
So what
But
happened
mine
is...
is. Thought you would have told me with that one. Stupid.
Yeah, we're not live, right?
Nah, we're not. Why?
I don't know. Just asking.
This is pre-recorded and can be edited, but we use the raw material anyway, because that's just the badass motherfuckers.
Yo,
that we
I
are.
realized on the drive home we told people we were gonna go live again.
I know, we did. We did say that.
We hoed them, bro. I'm so sorry.
Nah,
Y'all just got hoed.
nah.
We
Is
could go live still, though. You could just stream it.
I mean, I just don't know who's gonna like. It just came out.
It's just dropped, bro. People are just watching this.
Some people are like, yo, it's too late. I'm going to bed.
Nah, yo, people be fiending.
Nah, it's all good. We'll definitely do one for the next episodes coming of the finale for sure, because that's a must.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, this is another episode where, yo, I can't believe how much time, 3 months had passed. I was like, wow, okay. Brian, you have pointed out the change in scenery.
The snow.
Having the snow there and it being winter. And where are they right now? They're in
Wyoming.
Damn.
Until they get to the university, which is in Colorado.
Nothing, yo. Anywhere they go, like, there's nothing. It's like, where are the fireflies? They're not here.
Right. That's so annoying.
Like, why?
Keep looking.
And every time they restock up, like something happens and they lose all their shit or something bad.
They
just
didn't
happens.
lose it though, at least.
They didn't, but motherfucker
yeah.
died apparently. Like,
Deacon died.
Yeah, he didn't die. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, yeah. I'm gonna go and say he didn't die as well.
Confirmed?
Confirmed.
Episode
Confirmed.
6.
Confirmed.
Episode 6 of season 1. Like, come on.
There was a lot of stuff, and I mean, like there was so much stuff in this episode, man. Like, I loved it. It was just so good.
Dude, the acting was so good too.
Oh my god, phenomenal! And the who was the cinematographer on this? They fucking snapped.
It's definitely one of somebody from Craig Mazin's group who did
the shot of like that close up of like that like a flower or something or like a, and then it just like blurs out and then it focuses on them in the background. That shit was so lit. Like there's so many shots where I was just like, that's lit. Like they're like just killing it, man. And like there are some definite differences in this one than opposed to the game.
There's 3 cinematographers for these episodes.
3.
Eben Bolter did the cinematography for this episode.
He is known for work on.
Eben smoked it.
Eben.
The Last of Us.
Eben.
Yeah.
Avenue
Eben
5.
smoked it.
19th. Stealing Silver.
Nothing that I've ever seen.
Smoking it though.
Word for sure. Nah, this episode was just very beautiful to look at. Just gorgeous all around for sure. And I love the behind the scenes stuff where they actually tell you about the locations like that they've shot at and how it was.
Yeah.
The experience was shooting there to begin with. So
And it lets you know that they thought about this shit. Like they were like, okay, like we gotta make like they put effort into it, man. Like tender love and care. Like TLC,
bingo.
That's all it goes back to.
And dude, like, but like one big difference from the game that I wanted to talk about was in the game.
No shit.
He told Tommy right away, as soon as he saw him, like, and as soon as they they were alone, like he didn't lie to him and be like,
Tessa's doing
fine. Tessa's doing fine and all that stuff, and she's looking for a family, like he didn't say all that. Like he came out right in the video game and was like, she's immune.
Damn.
And then they had that conversation. But like I loved how they did it in this because it's like I think in the video game they didn't have, obviously it's like there was like they had this resentment, right, that they kind of hinted at, like, and they had this argument in the past, and so there's kind of like beef there,
right?
But like I loved how it was just like they didn't just like see each other and get over it, although that is a powerful motivator, and you can maybe say like, yeah, you could maybe see that, like how they would just see each other and just kind of be like, that was so stupid, like we're both over it by now. But like it was really cool to see like how they're kind of still, you get more of a sense that they kind of dive a little bit deeper into that and into that like kind of fissure between them. Yeah. And it's just great. I mean, like, it's just fantastic. I fucking love it.
I was a little nervous that that was going to be their last encounter, like them arguing, like him being like, oh, that's it? Like, that's all you're going to like say to me, like, about the whole situation? He's like, you know what? Like, I'll leave in the morning. Like, that's it.
At dawn, yeah.
That really would have sucked. And I'm glad they had that moment that they spoke. And again, to your point, Pedro Pascal's acting in that scene was just like, wow. Like, he's like, bro, I'm not who I used to be. Like, I'm vulnerable. Like, I'm scared, right?
Real shit.
Like,
real shit, man.
For sure. And
he was having panic attacks, like, or anxiety attacks, rather.
Right.
Like, throughout this entire episode. And it was just like, and that was also something new. You didn't see that in
yeah, that wasn't in the game.
Yeah, and Ariel mentioned too that like they skipped a lot, right? Between
there was there was a chunk of stuff that was in the game that was more action heavy and more of like kind of point A to point B kind of things like they had to get through.
Like what?
Well, after Henry and Sam, they moved along and went to where they.
Oh, there wasn't. No, that was. They didn't like.
After Henry and Sam, because I'm still playing that part of the game right now, and I'm just
they went to the dam.
Yeah, they went. Yeah,
they were pretty close though. It wasn't like they skipped OD.
No, because
like damn.
No, because you know. Oh, you know why? All right. Because in the game, it goes by seasons in the game. In the show, they tell you more specifically how much time has passed. So in the game, it's kind of just like, oh, this is just the next season. So I guess 3 months later. Seasons change every like 3 to 4 months, so I guess.
Yeah.
So
they didn't really skip.
Anymore,
Yeah.
But
and
I
also
guess
in the game, in the settlement, they get attacked while Joel's
exactly.
there.
That's the difference. Yeah.
And then they have they all have to fight, and then, but I think like that if they did that, it would have needed to be a 2-episode thing because
kind of like what they did with Catherine's character and those people.
Yeah, because the problem with that is that like you needed all of these scenes that they had, like for in terms of for character development and
super
and
necessary.
I think if you had to pick between that and like the action scenes and like them fighting off those raiders or the scene like where between Joel and Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I pick Joel and Ellie every time. I mean, it's just like because it's just so good. It's so great for their characters, and because we're gonna get action. So
I think, right, and to that point, right, because I think obviously like we've mentioned this before, where when it's a game. You're obviously more involved, so you're playing it. So it's going to be a lot more action-based than it is going to be.
They do that to,
Yeah, of course. It's a video game.
Of course,
you want to fuck shit up. You want to, break shit and do whatever. But, right, with the show, I do think for their characters and for the development, because it's their story, what we've been getting has been great. It's just been a literal character study of, how are these separate things affecting Joel and how they're affecting Ellie. And the fact that neither of them, and this is the first time they both were like, yo, we kind of not only need each other right now, but we want to be with each other right now. Like, we feel safest, or I guess more Ellie, right? Ellie's like, yo, I feel safer with you than anybody else. And him is like, yo, I want to be with you, but like it scares the shit out of me
scared.
It scares the shit out of me that I can't be able to protect you. And I love how that's a recurring theme. And he even says it, right? He's like, I'm losing even in my dreams. Like, I'm a failure in my dreams. Like, I just can't.
That's heavy,
I always fail her. And it's like,
I was legit tearing up when he was talking to his brother. I was like, oof.
Yeah, that moved me, especially the
Ariel was crying.
Yeah, the shot the shot for shot with him and Ellie in the room, which was literally like how it played out in the game.
You don't know what loss is. I said, oh.
And it was really cold because it was such a sentimental moment that he shared with Ellie, but like she kind of spilled her heart out, and he was still like, no, wall's still up because I'm not ready to talk about that. And actually, there was another thing that they cut out, that they left out, that happened in the game is after when they got to the dam, they move along the dam and they get to the other side to get to the gate that leads into Tommy's. And before they do that, you go over this log and you see a grave, but the grave is like this small. Oh. It's for like a baby or like a child or something. Oh. And then yes. Ellie is like an optional conversation that you can have, and then like you press a button, you press triangle, and then Ellie's like, man, like that's tough. Like I couldn't imagine. And then Joel like just kind of goes, yeah. And then he says something about like, but life moves on or something, but life has to go on or something. And he's like really like kind of putting it off, and Ellie was like, do you want to talk about it? And he was like, no. Damn. And then like they move on, and then that's what also impacts that moment later when she brings Sarah up, because like at least it kind of flips the scene on its head, because you feel like, oh, Ellie's being all like she's being exposing herself and being like, yo, like I'm opening up to you, and Joel is still like, nah, don't talk about her. Yeah. I still don't feel comfortable bringing that up because of how you make me feel. Yeah. So it's like a really it's an incredible balance that they have, and man, Pedro and Bella are smoking it.
For sure. The two of them have just been incredible, and
Sheesh, man.
I'm curious now to see like her backstory a little more in this
Oh
next
yeah,
episode.
I'm actually excited for that. It's just all
That's
gonna be
DLC.
focused on
This next episode is
It is
legit
DLC.
the DLC.
Literally.
Oh, so
literally
it's like-
DLC, yeah.
Bill and Frank was a DLC too, right? That whole...
No, well,
No,
Bill and Frank
not-
was
well-
new material.
Like, because you only ever met Bill.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, so what do you mean
like,
DLC?
in the game.
So all right, in the game, there's this
Like
after part 1, after the Last of Us
Oh, you
game
mean
came
literal
out, it's
DLC?
legit. Like
Yeah,
this next
literal, yeah.
episode.
I thought you were just making a joke. Like
Nah,
this is
nah,
extra
nah.
content.
No.
I was like, yeah, Bill and Frank was extra content too.
Nah, this next episode is legit. The DLC, the Left
It's gonna be
Behind.
good.
It's called Left Behind, and
Cool.
it's
And the Euphoria alum
Yep.
is in this.
yes, sir.
HBO, bro.
Yo.
Keeping
This is
it-
actually what happens after
Close
Rue
circle.
gets clean later on. Like her,
The apocalypse.
Rue just
Yeah.
gets so not clean. She started the infection.
yeah, she started the cordyceps. Yo, confirm.
It was Rue. It was Rue all along. Yo,
Yo,
Mark,
shout out Tommy.
Yo,
Full.
I was just about to mention that, bro. We were crying during the reaction because there was you know the scene where Ellie was sitting and she was waiting, and then Tommy opens the door.
he
It
comes in.
just felt mad.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that should have been
It's
Joel.
climactic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, it's full. It's fake Joel.
Big Joel,
Oh, full.
yo, Pedro Pascal, bro.
Nah, let me look up exactly what a foal is, bro.
It's an actual thing.
It's a baby horse.
Yeah. Yo,
And he's the younger brother.
and they were wow, and they were riding a horse.
Wow.
Nah, hold on. That deserves the Vin Diesel.
The more you fuck around,
Oh wait,
the more you're gonna find
not
out.
that. Why is all of this playing? What's
Oh my
happening?
god, soundboard malfunction.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yo, it's AI. It's AI.
Yo, throw on that the James Gunn message to sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix.
Nah.
Dude, the what was I gonna say?
Sell the
Oh,
Last
yes.
of Us to Netflix.
So
It's not. The season isn't even done yet.
So I was watching, like, after finishing this episode, I kind of like came to a realization, and it might be stupid, but like I think a lot of the problems that people have when they do video game adaptations is that they don't they'll focus more on the action and like the things that are like
That were
that
cool
the
in
video
the
game. Yeah, exactly. That were cool in the game.
They don't
And then
elaborate on.
They
character.
don't exactly. They don't elaborate on character. They're not delving deep into that
Well,
realm or area.
That is
And
what.
that's why-
Yeah, I agree.
And like, I haven't finished Halo yet, and I'm not saying it's nowhere near this show at all. But I'm just saying, like,
What?
Halo the
I'm
show.
saying
What
Halo
show is
the
that?
show.
Oh, Halo. Gotcha.
Yeah, Halo. Yeah. And so, but I feel like they kind of scratched the surface. That's why I was like actually like pleasantly like, I was like, okay, like, and I think this show is like kind of just nailed it, absolutely fucking nailed it. And obviously Halo and The Last of Us are two totally different games, but you know what I mean? Like, it's more about like if you do delve or stray from the source material, that's okay, but you just got to make sure that it's not just for some action scene or something like where you have to make it where it builds these characters out and that it makes us care about them even more from a new way.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of these video game adaptations fail, is because they don't do that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and it's part of the reason why like adaptations, although they're sort of successful, like Resident Evil,
Right.
they have a pretty strong cult following, so they're gonna come out for that. But they kind of rely heavily on the action-heavy parts of the game. That's just like, oh, remember that moment from the game that you do in the like.
I mean, it's still satisfying, but you don't need to do like every
Exactly.
part. So I think The Last of Us is doing a good job so far. I guess. I mean, I never played the game, so.
But also, what they have going for them is that the game is narratively driven. It just so happens to be that you control it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
That's a good
an
point.
incredible experience because the game is driven by characters, driven by story. That's the main focus. It's just, you know, there's action in between here and there. There are video gamey things like platforming and puzzle solving and stuff, but it doesn't hinder the experience at all. It makes you actually feel like you're spending time with them because you in the game, which is pretty cool that we're at the moment we're at now, is that when Ellie's upset with Joel in the game, like when they're doing shit like mundane stuff like oh, like, can you pass me the ladder so we could get up, she's like, okay, whatever. Like if they had like a little argument and stuff, like she'll give him a little attitude and he's just like, can you help me with this? And she's like, okay, fine, like whatever. Yeah. And then something traumatic happens and it brings them even closer together because it's like, all right, I know I'm mad at you, but I'm still gonna protect you.
Right. Yeah.
So they have this, they build a bond consistently through just doing video game shit, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think people are gonna take a look at this now and be like, wow, we are gonna start making video game adaptations a whole lot different now? Or
I hope so.
The difference is that look who's involved. You have Neil Druckmann, who he wrote the game. He wrote and directed the game.
Right.
This is his passion project.
I do think it's gonna have an
course.
impact somehow, but I don't know if it's gonna be like every
you
single video game adaptation.
Exactly. Not you can't now take a game like fucking Call of Duty and now make it as compelling as this. I'm sorry, you can't. Like if they try to make Call of Duty a show, I don't think it's gonna slap like this. You know what I mean?
They could do like Modern Warfare 2. That had the craziest story.
Yeah,
that's a really cool story.
But
you know, how cool can you make it compared to this? You know what I mean?
I agree. I think that, but here's the thing, right? So it's like I'm not expecting every show to give us like insane, like it's like I just think that if you have the people that were involved in the source material, and they have, and you have other people who were involved with it, working on it, or at least who are very passionate about it, working on it. I feel like you can't really go that wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's like, I think even for a game like Call of Duty, I thought the story was really good, this last one.
Yeah.
And like, obviously I get it. Like it is more of an action thing and action oriented. But like, you can still make it, very compelling. I think if you have obviously you need the right actors.
I don't think you should just cram it in one movie either. I think that
exactly.
Whole story
it shouldn't be a movie. It should be or maybe not. I mean, I was gonna say a show.
Like a show. You're right. It could be a show.
A show like 8-9 episodes. For like, and I think it'd kill it. But I just think you just need to have it executed the right way.
So like for example, for the announced God of War series for Amazon, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking into the cast right now and there's no cast. I guess it's just an announcement.
Yeah, I mean, it's very early on.
I don't even think they have
it's very
so it doesn't even have a showrunner.
Okay, let's think of it like this then, right? Because it's gonna be on Amazon. Clearly, the budget's gonna be there.
Yeah, so they have the budget. So I'm not even concerned about budget.
Right.
Here.
So now, what else do we need now? We just need the creator to be like, "Hey, I'm on board for this. Like, I'm gonna be a producer on this."
You need creative direction, and you need a
lot of CGI.
You need people with the
production
pen.
will not be an issue for
you need some writers in there, bro. You need some writers in there because now you have to adapt. You have to adapt this is the thing now. God of War has about 11 games in their series. We're stemming from what started in PS2, bro. A story that started in PlayStation 2 in 2005. 11? Yeah, it has about 11 games because it has.
But dude,
it had 2 games on PS. It has 2 games on PS2, 3 games on PSP, a mobile game, a game on PS3, the PS4.
But if we're just talking about the main games. It's
also the main, the mainline game. It would be God of War 1, 2, 3. But the thing is that even the PSP stuff is included in the lore of what happened. So it still follows along.
Doesn't matter.
I guess, yeah. It's all DLC basically, but
So this is probably going to be based.
Yeah,
off
you know
of
what
the
I
first
never
game.
I never got with God of War is like, how did he end up going from
one universe to another.
Yeah.
Does he have
What?
does he have to play the PSP games?
no, it's not necessary. You do learn a lot, but a lot of the character of Kratos, what you get to understand and appreciate is his growth, because he was a fucking machine in the first 5 games, basically. Before the PS4 reboot. Like, before he got to the Norse stuff, like dealing with the Greek stuff, he was an angry motherfucker. Like, he was just going crazy.
He's super different. Like, he like grew older, and I saw that he's like more mature.
Exactly. So,
but like like what happened, because I never played the game.
Oh, okay. So before we dive into that, Last of Us episode. Yes. All across the board, right? All across the board?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Wavy.
Certified wavy, stamp of approval, CW.
so
Productions.
you're right. Yeah, I already know how we feel about this. But anyway, so Kratos, so basically, he was a warrior of Sparta.
Mm-hmm.
And they were at war with some barbarians that were invading, and his side was failing, like they were getting clapped and stuff, and he swore like he was like, Ares, like, I will sell my soul to you if you give me some help. And Ares is the god of war, so Ares was like, bet, cool. He gave him these blades of chaos, and then that's what you use in the game to clap people with, and then legit, like, he owned everybody after that. Like, he was just clapping people, and he basically was Ares' bitch. Like, he just did shit for Ares, all because he helped him win that war.
Yeah, but you're talking about the first 3.
I'm talking about the first game right now.
I know. I played the first 3.
He just wants to know
where did you
why
get
the-
lost
why
into
he
this?
hopped
How did he get into the
universes.
north?
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Like,
my
why the
bad.
fuck would I ask that question? I knew
my
about
bad.
the Greek
All
mythology.
right,
This
damn,
dude's
bro,
high.
my bad. Chill, dude. Damn.
Disrespecting me. Like, I didn't play the first 3.
Chapter 4 in theaters, March 24th. All right, so after he claps Zeus,
Spoilers ahead.
Spoilers behind.
after he clapped Zeus in part 3, he literally just, since that part of Greece or that part of the world was just all engulfed in water and stuff, he just like got on a boat and dipped.
I'm on a boat.
And then he ended up literally washed up in Scandinavia or wherever they are, and with the Norse stuff, and that's where he met Faye, like his new wife. And then they grew old. They grew together.
So he
and
literally is in the same universe, just a different part of it.
exactly.
That's
And-
okay.
And the thing about what this game, the new game, the soft reboot does when he shows up there is that it explains that all of these gods can exist in this one realm.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what the
Like,
fuck?
yeah, because you meet another god. You meet the Norse god of war, whose name is Tyr. But you don't meet him in the first game, but he becomes the opposite of Kratos. So Kratos was the god of war in Greece, and he was always fucking shit up and like just causing shit to happen. Tyr was actually bringing everybody together. So if they do that in the show and show that dichotomy there, I get at least with the Norse side compared to his Greek side, that would be really cool. Because in the game they at least allude that there are other universes that they might visit and stuff. But
Yeah, I heard that they were going to like Egyptians.
well, yeah, Egypt is a possibility, and they also have the Aztec culture that they have.
There's
their-
so many. Then there's a Roman,
Yeah, there's a Roman gods.
but they're basically the same as like the Greek. They're just
they're
different.
similar, yeah.
God of War podcast coming soon.
Bro, I am.
He fights Jesus in his last one.
That's the main boss. No, the Indian gods. That would be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Kratos v Vishnu, but Kratos, bro, like he's getting old, man. He's gonna have to retire eventually.
All right.
But,
Thanks for explaining that.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, for sure.
Like Joel's gonna retire soon.
Joel's dead.
Yeah.
Confirm. All right, so Joel, you're a real one, buddy.
Real one, buddy. brother.
Yo, Tommy was not finna go, bro. He was like,
Yo,
I ain't
Tommy
doing
was
this
like,
shit.
fam,
Thank God.
you
He's like,
telling
thank
Maria or
God.
am I? Because I'm not.
He's like, we gonna have to G her
You
head
saw
up
the
a little
look he
bit,
gave
but-
him? That's like when your boy tells you, yo, you think you could like you down to like goal this day, and you just give him like, bro. I'm not doing that, bro.
Yo,
I'm
but
not this weekend.
Anything else on episode 6 of The Last of Us?
Mark, anything that oh, actually, yeah, some more insight on how Joe got hurt. It happened. It leads up to it exactly how it does in the game. Like they show up to the college and they don't see any fireflies, and like the monkeys are in the laboratory upstairs. Like that's that they have that moment there. But on their way back out, Joel has a fight with a hunter on the by the stairway, and like they start fighting over with the gun there, and the banister ends up breaking. And he falls on some through this fucking steel rod that's sticking out on the ground below, and it goes right through his fucking abdomen. And like Ellie helps him out, and he's like just bleeding, and he like collapses like he does there, and it leads into then a different part of the game. But
The thing that's different though is like
confirmed he's alive.
That's how you know he's not dead. Cause
Confirmed alive.
Yeah, he's not dead, bro.
Well,
I said that he was bleeding out actually.
So the interesting thing though is like they only in the game. So this is my question actually: how are they going to know where they're going?
Well, that's
Because
what. Yeah, well,
in the video game, they find out before they leave the Raiders got there.
Yeah,
they found a note or a voice tape, I think,
for St. Mary's.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
go to this
game
other
they
place.
find out. Yeah,
And
they find out.
that's what I'm saying.
But
yeah.
they showed it in
Here,
the show.
they didn't.
It said it had the map and it said St. Mary's with a pin on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, I
and
missed
they
that.
also
Okay.
they did that whole artifact section where he pressed where Joel pressed triangle by the note and he's like, look, it's a supply list.
Yeah, I saw that part. Yeah, I did see. Yeah.
But it's cool because they in the game they also find out through like this tape recording is a scientist saying like, yo, like we're gonna move because like there's man infected nearby, like we can't be here and shit.
I think
they kept getting raided.
He was
and stuff.
clipped.
Yeah,
he was clipped. I think he got cut.
Yeah. So.
For sure.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, in the recording he says, "Yeah, I got bit or something."
Yeah, he got bit. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that scientist stayed and stuff.
Would you guys would have wanted like that, or really?
No, it does, because the thing is that section, that part of the game was like they did it right on the show. They did it the right way because the point of that section was, look, the Fireflies aren't here, they moved. So we need to move on, and they did that. And this also helps Ellie's character development on how she's afraid of being alone and stuff, and this next episode will elaborate on that.
Right.
Well, I'm super excited. I can't wait. And of course, we're going to be talking about it. But guys, make sure to check out our Quantumania review. Make sure to check out The Last of Us Episode 6 reaction. And make sure to come through next week and, we'll chill.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
That was so bad.
We'll chill, bro.
He paused for so long.
We'll
We'll chill.
We'll chill.